Hello everybody. I am going to give you some information and some tips about the things that I am sending home with you today. So, one of the tips is that you are getting a QR code that has the practice videos I've made. It follows along with the script that you will be getting home. This is the first page. Make sure you take really good care of your script. This is really important. You can see it on the practice video, but depending on the device you're using, it might be small and difficult to follow along. Also, in your copy of your script, your name and all the things you need to do will be highlighted. So please keep good track of it. This takes a long time for me to make. If you lose your script, then you're going to have to spend however many recesses it takes to come back in and highlight your own everywhere it says your name. Or if you can do that at home, you can do that. But it takes quite a while, so please take very good care of it. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to read this and how to follow along. So I have the page numbers in the corners, so make sure they're in the correct order. I have written directions throughout the script. Where it says your name, that's what you will read next. So make sure that when you're practicing your reading, you read slow, loud and clear, and you're as expressive as you can be while still being understandable. So you hear some great examples in the recording that I'm sending home with you. If you were with me last year, you remember that we took a step up to the microphone, stopped our feet, took a breath, read our line, slow, loud and clear, expressive, took another breath, and then turned our head to walk back to our spot. That way, you're not speaking too fast, and you need to stay facing the microphone the whole time from when you start making sound with your voice to when you stop. If you turn away before you're done talking, then the audience is not going to hear or understand you. So don't be afraid to take your time. And be expressive, get into character. So I'm going to explain to you what these markings mean. So anytime you see this rectangle with names and numbers, this is representing the stage from the actor's point of view. These three circles are each representing a microphone. The stage will be labeled with tape that has numbers on it. So the number underneath your name is where you will stand for that part of the play on stage. So for example, Caden, he's standing on number 4. When it's his turn to speak, he will step up following this arrow to the center microphone. Back here, these people don't have speaking parts, so they're still going to be on stage standing on this number, but they don't need to walk up to a microphone like the people do at front during this time. I also have instructions for what to do. So stay on your number to sing Merrily Bearly Bears. So all of these people will be in these places on stage during Merrily Bearly Bears. On the next page, I have the Merrily Bearly Bears dance partners. So while the bears are on stage, this is the person that they'll be closest to. This will be the easiest dance partners. That's the way that I made that decision, is just what's closest and easiest. It tells you after you dance with your partner, go back to your number to sing the rest of the song. So you'll go back to where you were standing here. This is an example of when it tells some people to go sit on their riser spots or when to come onto the stage. And then I have a new diagram of what the stage will look like. So here we can see that Wyatt, Logan, Aletha, and Caden will stay on the stage, as you can see here as well. The bears will go sit on their riser spots, and I have an arrow pointing toward where the 3rd grade risers will be. And the bees will come join the stage from both sides because there are second and third grade bees. As we can see here, Damien, Lyric, and Ernest, Hannah, Rachel, and Shelby are joining us on the stage. Now when we get here, starting at the top of the page, you can see that Wyatt will then read narrator one's part. So remember, when we're reading a script, the bold is saying the name of the character. Then when we have regular print, you're going to read slow, loud and clear, and expressive. So for example, if I'm Wyatt, I'll step up to the microphone that my arrow is drawn to and say, "Once upon a time, there was a bear named Bailey." Then it will be Caden or Bailey's turn. Now, anytime you have this slanted type of writing in parentheses, that's these marks that look like big C's like this, that's either telling you what to do or how to say something. So you don't read that part out loud. So here it's saying that Bailey's going to wave to the audience while he says, "Hi there." Okay, I'm going to move down here. You can see that we're going to have a song, Bailey and the Bees. Now, during Bailey and the Bees, Bailey, who's Caden, and all the bees will be on stage. There we go. Okay, during this song, the bees are going to kind of buzz around, they're going to fly around, and every time it's their turn to buzz, they're going to stop and buzz into the microphone. At least that's the way I picture it now. It might change, but we'll try that. So we're going to do group buzzes after each line. In the A section, you can see that it's marked when you'll buzz. You can also hear it in the music. And in the B section and the C section, you'll wait until after we speak the words, and then you'll go buzz, buzz on the same notes. So once again, you're flying around. When it's time for you to buzz as a group, they will all be group buzzes. Walk up to a microphone because you'll be kind of walking around, buzz, and then keep flying around. That's the way that we'll practice it together and see if that works well. All right, we're getting through this. We're almost done. As you can see, after the song, the bees will go sit on the riser spot. So if they're on third grade, they'll go to third grade side, second grade to second grade side. Then the narrators and bears will come onto the stage, and you can see what number they'll stand on and which microphone they'll go to. Now, for most people, you're going to pretty much be on the same spot and the same microphone the whole time, but for some people it's different, so just pay close attention to that. Now, for example, in here, when a word is underlined, that means you want to bring that word out, and it even tells you here in the parentheses, drag out the word loved. So if you run into an underlined word, make sure that you bring it out. Anytime, again, you see italics, that's the slanted letters, it's telling you something you need to do. Okay, when it says ad lib, that means that everybody's kind of talking at once and kind of making it up based on what it's saying here. So you'll hear the actors do that in the recording. We'll practice that together. So once again, you can see we have honey, honey, and then we have the same type of instructions where I'm drawing who goes off the stage, onto the stage, who stays on the stage, and what kind of, which microphone they will use. Okay, now we're on page 5. All right, after we speak all of these lines, the bears are going to sleep in the back of the stage, and they'll be sleeping for a while we go on to Elia coming on the stage as Little Bear. So the bears will be sleeping in the back while Elia does her part. And then Aislinn will come onto the stage during the magical winter wind part, and that's why the bears are sleeping on the back of the stage. Aislinn will come around and wake them up the way that it is in the recording. But Aislinn, you can kind of make it up. So use the recording as an idea, but you can kind of make it your own. And then after the bears are woke up, they'll go to these spots, and those are the microphones that they will use. I put a star next to Elia and Abel because they are in different spots than before, or they're new to the stage. Lots of reading here on page 8. Page 9, Aletha will sing the solo at the beginning of Everybody Needs Help sometimes, as you can hear in the music. She will also sing the last line of the song with Harper and Elia. So you can see that the stage is designed here that Harper, Aletha, and Elia can each have a microphone. Aletha will be in the microphone at the beginning, then she'll step back a little bit, we'll all sing together, and then Harper, Aletha, and Elia will each step up into a microphone to sing the final line. So these bears are going to be singing on the stage with the chorus. All right, final page. We're going to have the bees standing in front of the stage just because there's not as much room. If we end up having room, we'll figure that out, but that's the plan for now, and Aislinn as well. And then everyone else is going to stay on these spots as we do the final lines of the show and the last song. All right, so there's an overview of the script. Next, I want to talk about costumes. So the storyline is, as you'll find in the script, that Bailey is a kind and generous bear who is the beekeeper of the place they live, called Honey Hollow. So the rest of the bears don't get along with the bees, but they all need honey to hibernate for the winter. If you have any containers that you want to donate to the school that we could make look like a honey pot, please bring them in to me or give them to your teacher to give to me so that we can use them on stage, because we will need a lot of honey pots. So if you can each bring 1 or 2 old containers that you don't need anymore, even like tin cans or mason jars or an old thing that used to hold hot chocolate, anything like that, that we can make look into a honey pot. And you can make it already look like a honey pot and bring it in, or we can ask Miss Lacey if that could be an arts and crafts thing that we do in library. Also, when it's concert day, December 8th, and the day before the concert, December 7th, so I'm referring to the day before the concert as dress rehearsal. That's the day when everybody in the school, so all the other classes in the school, 1st grade, 5th grade, etc., they're going to come watch us run everything together. So Wednesday, December 7th, please be in costume. So at 1 o'clock, all the actors will come to my room. Any parents who want to help their child get dressed, please come be in the music room by 1 o'clock to help your child get ready. And then you can either stay for the dress rehearsal or you can leave and just plan on watching it on Thursday. And Thursday will be a similar format where actors are going to get ready at 1 o'clock in the music room. Of course, you can go to the restrooms if you need to change and then come back into the music room. And any parents who want to come help, that would be great. I will post in the parent square, but if you could also let me know if you're planning to do that, that would be great. If we could have at least a couple parents helping with costumes and also just getting the students calm, kind of help get some nerves out and just get them like positive and confident, ready to go out to perform. So let me know if you're hearing this and you're like, absolutely, I would love to do that. Shoot me a message. I will put a post in soon, so you can also reply to that post in Parent Square. So now, what are the costumes? So as I was saying, Bailey is the beekeeper. The bears are getting ready for hibernation. So the bears can wear something that fits the personality of their bear or the name of their bear, as you'll find more details of when you read through the script. And I made a post in Parent Square as well, giving some details. they can wear fancy clothes. It can look fully like a bear. It can be pajamas because they're getting ready to hibernate. So I have a little paper that I'm going to send home that has examples. There's also lots of cute things on Amazon, and really you could just do maybe like some bear fur on the paws and the little bear nose and bear ears, and then just regular clothes that fit the character of your bear, or pajamas. If you guys aren't providing the costumes for your own kid, that's the type of costume that I'm planning on getting, is probably just have the kids draw on their nose with some stuff that's safe to use on skin, and then some bear ears, and we'll go from there. They'll probably find things in their own closet that will work. So I'm sending this home so you can read the details at home. But just so you can see, it's giving some more specifics for each character. So here's Bailey and the Magical Winter Wind. On the back, it's a little bit jumbled together, but you can see ideas for bees are down here. And then there's some generic bear things as well as some specifics for some characters. Like Chicago, he's a sporty bear. Obviously, hairy guy, please make the costume super hairy to fit the name. If the name is Honeyface or Dimples, that's cute looking, whatever that feels to you. Maybe you could actually pretend that there's honey on the face. Claws could have long claws. So if you're wanting to get things for your own kid's costume, those will be ideas. There's lots of cute sets on Amazon that are already made for you, if that's something that you would like, or if you're super handy and crafty and talented. There's some ideas on here. I'm sure there's ideas on YouTube as well. If you're wanting more specifics, any more pictures or ideas after looking through this paper and looking through the just information in the script that gets the vibe of your character and the storyline, I'm so happy to answer any questions. Please message me, please call me. I want to I am available to communicate. I want to be a support to you, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Yep, so just take good care of the scripts. Bees practice their buzzing in the song. We will be practicing every Tuesday, except for next week, and all week performance week, as it was said in the parent letter I sent home. If you haven't brought the parent letter back, please do. Also, I'm sorry that I don't speak Spanish. I hope the kids can help. So make sure that's returned to me. Let me know if you have any questions. That way, the only reason for the parent thing is just so I know what you're thinking about the costume. And so I know that the kids can be at everything they need to be at in order to do the character. So, okay. Thank you guys. Have fun practicing.